Minute to see how you can improve your team.
We be the dudes who just come on. We nice like that. We super nice like that. Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11. Blow it up, strip. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 42 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket and they end up in the end zone?
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go.
They try again with Lewis. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Third and short yardage. Brissett under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
There's Wilson to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And, of course, just... Stanford, and boy, he's been good. In the red zone this time. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Luke Wilson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that hard because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations, so it is harder to defend.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got time. And Davis with it left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rap.
Yeah, when he gets moving, Not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 10. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now the backup Boykin, his first throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep for the Patriots is Cyrus Jones. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. What's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Gilbert. Caught right side, Davis. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. But let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Deep drop. He's going to fire this thing. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves that you'd wear in diving, but they would split.
And he's got the big tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, 44 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back. So it's... Here's a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular... season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Flushed out right. And he's got room. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 18 on that one. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
It's caught outright by Graham. A good pickup of 6 there on first down. And there they went cross. Route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football, because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver in the seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Now White on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached... Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Starts with a run by White, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The D for the Pats, the Patriots heading back onto the field now. They struggled that last drive. They were kind of hit two ways, both with the run and the pass. And I love how you brought hit into it because it got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And there's another one of those incredible highlight reel catches. One-handed, deep downfield, another big completion. I know this, partner. As a defender, I don't know how you avoid watching what they do. It's everywhere. All the highlight shows, watching it on Madden, trying not to get intimidated before you go out and have to play against these guys and try and stop them. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On third down, Wilson. Eluding the... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the... And now out come the Patriots. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After watching him drop that... I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Set. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. We have played 3 quarters. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point.
I got number 18. I got you 18. Let's go. Boom.
Gilbert. Finding time. Caught left side, Williams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Hey, watch 28. Here we go now. 319. 319.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Let's go. Boom. Landing.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Second and goal from the 5. Now White. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Let's go. Boom. Landing.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort of it.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson, 42 yards. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also... Remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Time right. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hey, Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pass incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cassius Marsh with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now Wilson. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Time for a break. And now another one thrown incomplete. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. He's still barreling through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
He's got time in the pocket. And Graham's got it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Third down. Here's Rawls. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
On first down, Wilson shreds the tackle. So and he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Get down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And Charles.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Keep up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around. Hey, roll with me now, we running well. Hey, nobody can, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I'm Mike. Lose it. Lose it. I'm Mike. Lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, roll with me now, we running wild. Hey, and nobody can, we on to the road. Hey, walk with me now, we running wild. Hey, and nobody gang, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Lose it, I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it.
I wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go dumb with my whole squad and don't need no R&R to regular life. I say au revoir. Hey, living life in a fast mail. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Second down following the incompletion. Back to the air, Newton on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Stewart on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. I think that's Sherman down. Yes, it is. Apparently shaken up there. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch. Their defense may be on their heels. They go back to Stewart on 1st. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the left hash, this from 34. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
They come out here in the eye. First carry for Thomas Rawls. A strong running. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cliff Averill. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got time. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Hey. 4 down. Blue 58.
Here's Manuel. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Daniel Brown from 17 yards out, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This is taken at the 3. Uses the stiff arm. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So 2nd and medium.
And make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Armani Bryant in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle. And the extra effort moves the sticks.
That's one the defender will hear about later from his teammates. He's got the quarterback in his grasp, but lets him break the tackle.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. On first down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Kenny Lawler, and that'll make it third down.
You gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, Plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, balls out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Manuel. Finding time. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Rolling to his right. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, Procise. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line. A second down carry for Procise. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And they went big on first down, proves unfruitful.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So, and pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They go read option with Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference, partner, with all the rule changes, it is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch him at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL. When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about... the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he trucked him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's got the big tight end Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, 34 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's out.
It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cassius Marsh in there to make the sack. He buried him for a loss of 10. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Corey Lemonnier. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jimmy Graham ready for the regular season with his set. Touchdown of the game, and the Seahawks have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Manuel. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. 10 yards still left on second down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He dumps it off to Artis Payne. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. They'll run it with Artis Payne. No, a nifty juke. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cameron Artis Payne from 17 yards out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Wilson again to Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this Madden.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Wilson. Looking for the end zone. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Automatic 1st down.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. They're going to give it to him running right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Over the middle here to Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to take him down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Second down now after the sack. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he'll at least, the Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So they're operating in the red zone. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target. And that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking sideline, incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Manuel. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here. On 4th down, they're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now it's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher. The proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. E.J. Manuel and the offense heading back out onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 53 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.
Somebody gon' get it.